Good morning. Today we're here to welcome Kirk Anderson from Burger Boat. Welcome, Kirk.
Hey, hello, Karen. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Burger Boat?
Well, Burger Boat is located in the city of Manitowoc, right on the Manitowoc River. We were established in 1863, and we've been at this same location. This shipyard has been at the same location, 1811 Spring Street, since we were founded.
Wow.
We specialize in making custom watercraft. So yachts is what most people would think of when they hear burger, but we also make commercial boats, things you might see giving dinner cruise tours, that type of boat, as well as boats for the Department of Interior that do surveying of the Great Lakes. We pride ourselves in doing high quality work. Folks come to us because they know us for lasting designs and our ability to integrate current technology into those designs.
Wow, it's a pretty amazing company. It has a great history here in Manitowoc, that's for sure. So can you tell us a little bit about some positions that you currently have open?
Oh, yeah. Wow. We have a bunch of opportunities right now, and we'll continue to have opportunities throughout the remainder of the year. We just started a large project, a new build, and as a result, we're currently looking for welders and fitters, maintenance personnel, drafters, general laborers. And as the year progresses, we're going to be looking for joinery people, folks who can build high-end cabinetry, mechanical experts, pipe fitters, and sheet metal worker. So a lot of opportunities coming throughout this year, and many available right now.
Can you talk a little bit about the skills that are necessary?
So most of the positions that we have fall into the category of skilled trades, which means or implies that the individual has had some type of technical training in that skill, whether it's an apprenticeship or a technical college diploma or on-the-job training. They have some technical skill that gives them the ability to come in here and do the work. Now, that doesn't mean that if you have some basic skills that we won't bring you on and teach you what you need to know over time. The folks who come in that vein typically come on as a general laborer. They demonstrate great dependability, promptness, ability to follow directions, the ability to be inquisitive and ask questions about what we're doing. Demonstrate some good team skills and social skills, the ability to work well with their co-workers, and take pride in the quality of their work. And all those skills are needed, across the board in every department. But if you got a skilled trade, you can knock right on the door. If you don't and you're interested, knock on the door and say, hey, do you have any spots in general labor? And we might be able to make that work.
All right, good. And so what about the culture at Burger? So I know you talked about working with other people. So you want to kind of give us an overview of that?
Burger takes a lot of pride in balancing work with people's personal lives. So if you come to work here, you can expect to work 40-hour week. If we do work overtime, it's seldom. And it's typically around the time when we're finishing a project, the last 8 to 10 weeks when we're getting the project ready to go in the water and doing the final touch-up. Otherwise, it's a 40-hour week. I would say that the culture is somewhat informal. Yes, we have a structure and people have a reporting structure, but in terms of how we interact with one another, we're a small family. And so people, grab me all the time and talk to me about what's going on the shop floor. And I'm out on the shop floor walking around and socializing with people regularly. So somewhat informal. We do expect people to work hard throughout the day and stay focused and work with a sense of passion and urgency to get high quality work completed. But once we're done with the day, we're done with the day. And that's a very nice thing to have in today's work environment, where many manufacturing and locations require overtime. Not so much here at Burger Boat.
Great. And so do you have different shifts also, Kirk? Do you have a first and second and third shift, or do you run only one shift?
Well, today we primarily run a single shift, but as projects progress, we do ask people to move to second shift. To the best of my knowledge, we won't be adding we would never go to 3 shifts. And usually that transition happens because we're running out of physical space where people can work. So on a boat, in individual compartments, we may have a lot of work that needs to get done over a short period of time, and we simply can't put everybody in that small space at the same time. So we'll add or shift people to a second shift for a finite period of time. As an example, on a small yacht that we're in the process of finishing, we moved some of our joinery installers to second shift for about 4 weeks in order to finish that work efficiently and effectively.
Okay, that's a great example. So what about wages and benefits? What would be a good starting wage for somebody who began work at Burger?
Well, it varies by trade and experience, but I can tell you that we're very competitive in the local market. And one of the things that, kind of the intangible component, if you will, with any job, are the other benefits that come along with that. And we have a very strong package of benefits that employees are eligible for, including, kind of what I would say are the standard things: medical, dental, vision, life, disability insurance. We have a 401k that the company does some matching to. We have paid holidays and vacation time that everyone earns. But what I think is really impressive is our medical benefits. The group that we are getting our benefits from allows our employees to go to nearly any medical facility in the area. Everyone is in network, and the out-of-pocket expenses and deductibles are very low. So it's a very good compensation package in its totality.
That sounds great. And so if someone would like to apply or take a look at the list of jobs that you have open, how did they do that? Will they do it online? Do they come in person?
Right. So if anybody out there is interested in working with us, we'd love to meet you. And there's several ways that you can go about that. You can stop down at the shipyard at 1811 Spring Street in Manitowoc and walk in and pick up a job application. And then you can drop that back off or mail it to us. You can email us your information at recruit@burgerboat.com. And certainly you can mail or drop off a resume at any time as well. I know that our HR department posts positions regularly. Often you can find them on Indeed, and occasionally they'll show up on other platforms, but that one I know is the one that's typically most up to date with positions. But if there's any position that I have mentioned during this interview and you don't see it posted, hey, don't worry about it. Whether you see it posted or not, please send us your resume, drop off a job application. As I said, we're going to be continuing to hire people throughout the year and likely into next year as well.
Then one last question. So what if someone is interested and they apply, what would the turnaround time be with hopes of getting a response from you?
Well, our HR department does its best to get back to people relatively quickly and acknowledge that we have your information. But they've been a bit swamped lately, and don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call us and say, hey, I sent my stuff into you last week. Do you have it? Taking that proactive step is likely the best way to ensure that we're connecting and that we have the information that you sent us.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Kirk. We really appreciate you coming on today, and we hope you get a number of applicants and, keep continuing to make the economy good here in Manitowoc.
Thank you so much. One last plug. Folks really genuinely love working here, and it's so much fun to come to work every day because of the team atmosphere, because of the camaraderie, and frankly, just the love of doing this unique, high quality work. So we would love to have you on our team. Please reach out to us and give us your info.